Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm here with my brother Eamon Tater, finally in person, a member of our program, Alhamdulillah. And I picked him up from Medina Airport, Alhamdulillah, about 3, 4 months ago. He was working in retail, not really serious about sales. Alhamdulillah, now obviously he's been through our program, and he's in a role which is predicted, I believe, around 5 to 8K per month, on target earnings when when he ramps it up. Currently, obviously, he's getting lower commissions, but the idea is that he's going to ramp it up to that stage. But Alhamdulillah, Allah has given him the tawfiq to do hijrah, to migrate for his sake. Alhamdulillah. And he's loving Medina. He says actually the masjid behind us is bigger than his whole city's masjid in Canada. Alhamdulillah, Allah saved him from the lands of the West, and this is subhanallah. I wasn't able to make hijrah when I was 20. Now I'm 21 now, alhamdulillah. But it's a fadl, it's a virtue from Allah that He gives to whom He wills. So, brother Ayman, talk to the brothers. Obviously, we have a high ticket for anybody who's watching. We have a high ticket sales training program for young Muslim men. We've got so many people in jobs, so many brothers with 4-figure on target earning salaries per month, in roles with that. So many brothers basically who are making money, making money from their phones, gone financially free. So what we do is we help Muslim men get into high ticket sales, and the first stage of them, doing that is becoming an appointment setter. So that being said, I'm gonna, pass over to brother Ayman so we can talk a little bit about his experience in the high ticket sales space, sort of his experience out of a role, then, the roles he worked in, because he worked for another coach, and then he got into this role which he's in, and, how he's been doing so far, and basically, what his advice to the brothers who aren't in the space, who are maybe looking to get into the spaces. So I'm going to pass over to you, bro. And yeah, bro.
Jazakallah khair.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm kind of taken aback. I don't even know what to say, but subhanallah, alhamdulillah, you know what I mean? Now it's like we're in Medina, and bro, I don't know if we can show them a picture of the hotel here, but it's literally like the main lobby is amazing. Like it's aesthetic, it's beautiful, it's whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? You go outside, you feel good, right? There's more barakah on your time. Like literally, bro, the day feels slower. Like you feel like you can get more done. Allahu Akbar. Bro, wallahi, I slept 2 hours the day before, and it's as if I slept the whole night. I don't even know how to explain it.
Akhi, that's what I was.
Bro.
That's what I was feeling.
I
when
swear
I
I
got
don't
here.
know how to.
That's what I was feeling when I got here. I was telling the brothers, because we talked to the brothers in the program, etc. Different brothers in roles, stuff like that. And I was telling the brothers, like, brother, I'm sleeping like 3-4 hours a day. Boom, I'm getting so much done. I can, alhamdulillah, have time for work. High ticket sales, time for different things, family, trying to seek ilm, trying to be a student of knowledge. And I just, subhanallah, masajid everywhere, so much barakah. Sorry for cutting you, bro.
Nah, yo, we good?
You're good, bro.
Okay, my bad. I literally just said it. I'm like, yo, there's masajid here. You know what I mean? And they're on the corner of every street. And basically, the masajid here are like coffee shops in the UK. Like if there's a coffee shop at the end of every road, or there's a McDonald's at the end of every road in America and Canada, right? That's how the masajid are here. There's literally one here right like behind us. If it was daytime, you'd see it. You know what I mean? It's literally, you walk outside and the masajid is right there. There's one down the street, like literally 500 meters. You know what I mean? I haven't walked up that way, but Allah Alam, there's probably one up that way too. You know what I mean? They're very close, right? And alhamdulillah, there's, I don't know if you can see the lights. There's literally a bus outside that's waiting just to pick up the people of this hotel and take them to Masjid Nabawi, like free of charge. You know what I mean? So subhanallah. So bro, it's like this is really something that's viable, and something that's tangible. You can feel it, you can hear it, you can see it, you can smell it.
Yeah, subhanallah. Even just got too caught up talking about, Allahumma barik, how it is in Medina. But I think the brothers maybe at the other side of the screen want to know, like, what's the process to get here? To get it after the tawfiq of Allah. Or like, how was your journey in high ticket sales? How did the coaching sessions? Obviously, we have a coaching session, we have a job board, we have a community, we have a network. And probably Ayman's met some of his best friends who are high ticket sales reps, alhamdulillah, Muslim brothers working remotely. Well, he's 20. There's another 18-year-old who's, quit university, obviously. And he's working 2 roles. There's another 18-year-old brother who's quit university, and he's working roles. So, there is basically, a lot of stuff going on. The network is very good. There's a lot of brothers who've gone remote, as I said. So, yeah, bro, just talk about sort of, each of your stages, getting into high tech sales, your first roles, and then the role which you're in now, and, provide some value to the brothers.
Yeah, ikhwa. So in terms of my journey, right? I guess I was working long nights, at the warehouse, and at the time, I'd literally just put my AirPods in, right? And I'd continue to work and just stock the shelves and stuff. And after pulling the skids off the trucks, right? And I was like, bro, khalas, like these kuffar are listening to podcasts. Like at least this work sucks, but at least I'll get some benefit out of it, some fawaid. You know what I mean? Let me listen to an Islamic podcast. Let me listen to anything, right? Just something, one small step forward. And alhamdulillah, Allah guided me to Imran ibn Mansur's podcast. From there, I joined Righteous and Rich, right? I had my free trial week, and then I ended up signing up for a month. And then that's where I saw Brother Jamil posting, yeah, I made 20K this month. I made 30K this month. You know what I mean? As
I
well.
think it was 30K that time, but yeah,
Allahu A'lam, Allahu A'lam. I may be forgetting a little bit, but it was definitely 20K. You know what I mean? I was like, SubhanAllah, like these brothers, they're going crazy, right?
yeah.
You know, I really trusted in Allah, and I made dua, bro, and I just never looked back. You know what I mean? And alhamdulillah, right? The network is so powerful because, like you said, I've met so many great brothers, Meleh, Muhammad Hussein. We just sit in calls for hours. You know what I mean? I think a lot of the brothers can relate when I said, bro, you're going to be on PlayStation chat or Xbox chat or Discord, and you're going to play video games with your boys, and you're going to sit in calls for hours with them, playing this and that and whatever, right? But ikhwa, like just apply that video game mentality to a skill, right? For when it was for appointment setting, it's like, okay, let's go on this call, and we treat the call like a level, right? Let's review it. People review their games, bro, to get better at games. SubhanAllah, you look at some of these games, it's like, review your play style, review this. And it's like, bro, khalas, review your call, record your calls, do things. So turn it into a little bit of a game for yourself, right? To dedicate that time into literally building the skill. And then we would literally just hop in calls for hours, me, Muhammad Hussein, Meleh, countless other brothers, you know what I mean? And we would just go at it, right? And alhamdulillah, like that brotherhood and, the companionship really helps propel you forward, as well as, the skill itself and the community. And alhamdulillah, all the great coaching calls by Ustaz here. Allah Mabarak, may Allah protect and preserve you. But yeah, that's really it, and I'm not doing it justice. Wallahi, I'm not doing it justice, but subhanallah, like the benefits are many. And alhamdulillah, in just 3 months, bi'idhnillah, I've been able to change my life by the will of Allah. And I'm here in basically the land of the Muslims, Medina, alhamdulillah. Allahu Akbar.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. I was talking about this, the other brothers. There's a lot of other brothers. He didn't mention them who are, in roles, etc., making remote income. One of the brothers he mentioned, Muhammad Hussein, he's coming down here, and like one day this week, he's made by the way, he's a 20-year-old brother from Denmark, also Kurdish, but he had to he didn't have any income before he got into the program. Now he's an appointment setter, making I think roughly around 2.5K on target earnings per month, in the US. And he's looking to level up to 5K soon. This week he's made just like, I don't know, around maybe $600, and that's on top of his base salary. So yeah, Allahumma barik, he's doing pretty good. And we're looking to get him, I think, more than that actually. If you take into factor his base salary, maybe he's naming like 900 this week. But yeah, there's a lot of brothers. We're actually meeting up, by the way, before I get into our meetup, if you're interested in actually joining our program, becoming a Muslim appointment setter, becoming an appointment setter if you're a Muslim, and potentially getting into a role, going remote, achieving locational financial freedom, there's a link down below in the description. But anyway, we're meeting up with actually 7 guys from our program from Malaysia, Denmark, came out from Canada. He's made hijrah. I made hijrah from London, alhamdulillah. We got many brothers who are coming out here. Brothers from I think Switzerland, the brothers coming from Switzerland, the brother coming from Austria. I think the other brothers in Switzerland, if I'm not wrong, Austria. Then we've got another brother coming from the Netherlands. Subhanallah, we've got another brother coming from London who's also quit his job, who's gone full time, with in terms of setting and in our program. So we've got a lot of brothers coming out. But before we end off, like Brother Ayman, like right now you're in a role with one of the biggest one of the biggest consultancy or coaching companies in the Muslim space, right? And I don't know how much they're making. They're making a lot of money, like hundreds of thousands of dollars every month. Got a huge high ticket sales team. Talk through with the brothers. What does it look like as an appointment setter? I think one of the top setters, some of the setters are making like near 10K, I've heard, if I'm not wrong. And they're making a lot of money. And Aimen's just got started out in that role. They've hired a bunch of setters. And especially this space of different Muslim consultancy coaching is just growing, and they're needing more salesmen and setters. An appointment setter is somebody who sets an appointment, and closer is somebody who closes an appointment. So obviously, Aimen's an appointment setter right now. So yeah, talk to me, Aimen, like about what your day-to-day role looks like, and yeah, bro, in terms of obviously how you're setting appointments, what the company looks like, what your senior setters look like. So the appointment setters, you've been there for a while. Talk to me about that, bro.
I can't say too much because I'm under like NDA, right? I am under contract. But alhamdulillah, what I will say is, brothers have no problem basically going in and working for corporate jobs in the lens of the kuffar, right? So alhamdulillah, being able to basically break up your hours and work some flexible hours while working remotely, and being able to move to the lens of the Muslims, right? And being able to set your own schedule, being able to correlate. Alhamdulillah, my team is fully Muslim, right? There's about 30 guys on there, and that number is growing, bi'idhnillah, right? So alhamdulillah, just having access to that brotherhood and that companionship, and people who really understand you, right? With a lot of kuffar companies, they'll literally cut you the minute you like miss your KPIs or anything, right? But these guys, being Muslims, and then you have brothers making dua for each other. You have brothers basically, saying, bro, do your thing, like we got this, you know what I mean? Like come back, right? So alhamdulillah, just the company culture is amazing. Allahu Akbar, bro. And that being said, that's one of the most important things, and one of the greatest things about working in this remote space. And then as part of that, being in the Islamic remote space, alhamdulillah. So that's a big blessing from Allah, and I'm truly thankful for that, right? Because it's one of the biggest opportunities ever, alhamdulillah. And the brothers, they're always keen to share benefits, and hop on calls with you, and they really want you to improve, right? Because as a Muslim, we want for our brothers what we want for ourselves, alhamdulillah. So that's really just the culture, right? That's defining the culture there, and alhamdulillah, it really shows. So alhamdulillah, man, that's what I got to say in that regard. Pass it back to you.
I think that is indeed enough. Barakallahu feekum, to Brother Aimen. May Allah increase you, and may Allah keep you situated in the lands of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalam.